Matt, the sun is shining, spring is in the air, and you're not down yet. It's a strange week, this one.
Yeah, the emotions and the roller coaster that a life in football is. It's obviously been a disappointing week in terms of the results that we've picked up, but we're still alive and we'll keep fighting. Obviously, we know we're relying on results elsewhere now. We've discussed it several times. Do we see what else is going on? We're now reliant upon what's gone on elsewhere. But for us, we have to prepare properly for the game on Saturday afternoon, and we have to make sure that we turn up and produce a performance that's a winning performance.
In some ways it simplifies things, but I guess it's impossible for you not to be talking about last night's results, tomorrow's games, or whatever it might be.
Of course, because now it affects us. You know, up until this point, it's been about us and getting the points on the board that we need. But now we know we're reliant upon what happens elsewhere. But you have to take that away. What we've spoken about this morning inside the building is Sheffield Wednesday and preparing for Sheffield Wednesday, because we have to win the game. So our sole focus has to be on being ready to win the game on Saturday afternoon and making sure that we execute. We've been, in my opinion, very close in the last two games. In two games where there's been not a huge amount between either team. In both games we've had opportunities ourselves. Our opponents have taken two, one in each game, and we haven't. So come Saturday afternoon we have to be ready to win a game of football, because we are now at the point where we have to win.
Is there a scenario, well there is a scenario where you could do all your preparation and you've still got a chance, by the time you actually walk out it's over? But can you look at that final home game of the season and think there is absolute reason to try and win it, whatever the scenario is at 3 o'clock?
100%. Absolutely. We have to go and perform, we have to go and play well, and we have to win the game. That's irrespective of what's going on elsewhere. We want to win the game. We're in front of a packed house at home, last game of the season. In my opinion, the players have worked so incredibly hard, certainly during the time that I've been here, and I'm sure that was before. And our supporters have been incredible, following us up and down the country. And whatever the scenario, we have to finish on a good note, in my opinion. We have to make sure that we attack the game. Whatever's going on elsewhere, we have to make sure that we play properly.
Staff, players, fans, I don't think many people can doubt the effort that's been put in this season, whatever the outcome.
No, I don't think they should. I've said it a number of times, and our supporters, they support their team, their football club, they love their club, and they support the players. The players have worked incredibly hard. The staff here, since I've been here again, I'm sure it was the case before my time, everyone's working incredibly hard, and you know, it's not through lack of effort, certainly not through lack of effort, that we find ourselves in this position. There's lots to learn, I think, from the season. Well, I know there is, and we have to make sure that we implement improvements moving forward as a group and as a football club and as a staff base, as players, everybody. There's lots to learn. There always is, and we have to make sure we improve, right? But right now, the focus has to be on preparing for Saturday afternoon. And right now, all my focus and effort is to go and preparing the team properly and turning up and giving our supporters something to cheer about on Saturday afternoon.
Sheffield Wednesday, despite their predicament, are no longer a guaranteed result.
No, they're a good team. I think you've seen just a gradual improvement over the whole season. It comes with time, right? There's now a cohesion about them. There's an understanding. They know exactly how they want to play. They've had their players all season, so they've had a good amount of time to work together, and they're a good team. And we're in for a stern test on Saturday afternoon, and we have to make sure we're ready, because it's far from a guarantee.
Never, well, Oxford have been in the Championship this time, and they managed to record a double. There is a chance to do that. It's a small milestone, but you need to win anyway.
No, we need to win. We need to win the game. We are so respectful of the team we're up against, because, like I say, they're a good team. They've got some good players. You can see there's a real understanding about what they're trying to go and do in possession and out of possession now. But for us, it's about we want to win the game. We are so keen to win the game, and we believe we can win the game. And we have to turn up with Saturday afternoon, irrespective of what's going on elsewhere. We have to turn up with that attitude to execute.
Thank you, Matt.
Matt, a lot went on last night, obviously, elsewhere. I don't know if you had one eye on things. What was the sort of emotions over the course of yesterday, right?
Yeah, I watched Middlesbrough Sheffield Wednesday because that was my prep, that was my focus. Obviously, we'd already watched them during the day. I'd already watched our video, our prep of our opposition for Saturday afternoon, and then watched the game yesterday evening. But let's not be stupid. You know results, right? I knew what was going on elsewhere. It's only natural. You have WhatsApps coming through, you have your phone, and but I was watching Middlesbrough Sheffield Wednesday because I have to focus on the game for Saturday afternoon. As a football club, we know we're reliant on what happens elsewhere, but we have to be in control of our actions, and our actions have to be focusing on winning the game on Saturday afternoon.
How big for the mentality of staff and players is it to still be in it? Come hopefully the kick off on Saturday.
Do you know Malachi? Like, you never know, and we're still alive. So we have to win the game Saturday. That's what it comes down to. And you have to win, and you have to hope that things go for you elsewhere. That's the position we're in right now. But the fact we're still in it with 2 games to go, we want to take it to the last game. Of course we do. Because the players, the supporters deserve the opportunity to still be in the Championship next season. So we want to make sure we get to that point.
Looking back on the last 2 games quickly, as we spoke about on Tuesday after the game, 2 similar performances. First half not great, and then going for it a little bit in the second half. I appreciate you don't want to give much away, but how has it looked? Trying to improve those performances ahead of Saturday.
Yeah, I think again, if you take the emotion out of it, obviously I watched the games back. Not the first half in both games weren't great, but it wasn't as bad as what we kind of remember it. It was like there's nothing much in either game, but the fact that we were 1-0 down in both games is far from ideal, right? It's not what we want. So second half we have to come out and go for it a little bit more and open up the shape, and that makes it more into an entertaining. It's the way we want to play, right? We want to attack, we want to go for it. And we have to do that on Saturday. We have to attack, we need to win the game. We've been working hard with that. We've been looking at what slight tweaks and adjustments we can make to make ourselves better as well. So, it's like I say, it's always learning about the group and what we need to do to improve.
And it's been a couple of days. Everyone feeling okay ahead of the last home game?
There's 1 or 2 little knocks. You'll probably understand. I'm not going to give you names. There's 1 or 2 little things that we just need to give until tomorrow. In the main, we're all right, mate. We're good.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.